I'm going to show you a really quick trick about putting composting worms into your garden. So over here we have a container that has our composting worms. If you can see them, there's loads of them over there. So what we're going to do is we're going to take some of these and put them outside into our garden. So they've been in here most of the whole winter, and as you can see we have lots of worms here, lots and lots of worms. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to take them out and put them into the garden. And the reason, by the way, let me show you this. This is all worm castings. There's leaves in there and different things that we use for the garden. The reason that we're putting these worms outside is because we wanted to get into the garden and start to loosen the soil. And again, once they have their worm castings, we could use those as well. So let's go to the garden and I'll show you what I do. So since these are composting worms, we're going to have to feed them and make them come back and make sure that they have enough nutrients or whatever. So we're looking for a spot now in the garden that we can fit something in that will allow them to feed and also go in to the garden and start loosening up the soil and all those good things. So we're going to try somewhere around the middle here. And what I have is this is a yogurt container, okay, with the bottom cut out. And all we're going to do is we're going to take some of the earth here, just move it away a little bit in our compost, and we're going to put this down in about this much. And what that's going to allow us to do is allow us to put some composting matter in there, or food for the worms. So I'm going to dig this out a little bit to give us a little bit more room and try not to get too much of a mess here. Okay, so we'll put the container in. As you notice, I'm not putting much dirt in the container. The worms will find their way into the garden through the soil below. All I want to do is I want to make sure that this container is fairly compact and it's not going to move. And you'll notice also it's not that close to anything. This is borage over here, which we're going to use to hopefully get some bees in our garden. But I've seen a couple already, so that's a good sign. So again, all we did is take our yogurt container, cut out the bottom, and now we put stuck it into our garden. One of the things that I wanted to show you was on top of this we do have little holes in there. So the reason that is for the things that we put in there, like if we put raw bananas or table scraps in there, it won't start molding up. They'll get some air a little bit through it. So let's go and get our worms now, and we'll put them into the garden. Okay, so we have a bunch of worms here that we're going to be putting into that container. So let's go over, put them right in. The soil is a little cold, which is good. And I'm just going to put them in here like that, and you'll see the worms are inside already. We'll put more worms in there. Okay, so they're all in now. We don't want to leave any worms outside because the birds will get them pretty quickly if they can't get into the soil. So what we're going to do now is put some food in there for them. We're going to take one of their favorites, bananas, and we're going to put a banana in there. Again, you can put all your kitchen scraps in there. This is a small container, so we're not going to put much in there. And then all we're going to do is cover the container so the birds and the animals can't get it. And now what we have is we have a container where our composting worms will be able to eat, go into our garden. They'll be able to loosen the soil so we don't have thick soil which things can't penetrate into. They're going to help the microbes within our garden, and they'll also be giving us worm casting. So that's pretty much it. You can use any size container you want. Just make sure that you cut the bottom out and that the worms are fed. You probably do every week and a half should be enough, because they will be going into the garden as well. Hope you enjoyed this. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and we'll send out more.